Hi everyone, this is Sandy Reese with StampACrew.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thanks for joining me today. I'm trying to get a little zoom in on the workspace this morning. I really wasn't sure what I was going to do today for my video, so I pulled out whatever I had not shown yet. I keep it in a box to show you. And this was one, and it just made me think of, I have several friends that are going on cruises this month, because it's the month to get away and go do something tropical and fun. So I'm going to use the Notes and Totes bundle. This is in the annual catalog, and also the Soft Waves 3D embossing folder, which is in the annual catalog as well. Now, I'm not super organized when it comes to my dies. Once I use them, I just throw them back in the envelope. So I'm going to get my book in and just show you all the great things in this bundle. So the bundle has several sentiments. It also has little images to decorate some of the die cut images. And I love this because it could be used for a lot of different occasions. And then in the Notes and Totes, we have the tote bag. We have a couple different handles. We've got a little scarf, a water bottle, a pump lotion, a squeeze bottle lotion. We've got some shells, a tag, sunglasses. We have a fence. We have accent pieces for our tote. We have this piece, which might be a note. I haven't used that. This is the one piece I have not used, so I'm going to have to figure out what that is and then use it for something. It really, I don't know what it is. It could be, I don't know. I'm not going to even say because I don't know. I'll have to look that up and show you. Okay, so this was a card. It's a gift card holder. Now, you could switch this out and put make it for Christmas. It's really not, the one I've designed is not Christmassy. It's more tropical. This is great for someone who's going on a cruise. Give them a little gift card or a cruise credit or something. Okay, so I've used a thick white card base, and then I have some pool party cardstock that I ran through the embossing folder. And I'm just going to, maybe I'm not going to use that. That keeps folding up on me. It's just one of those tapes that keeps giving me issues. So I will use my liquid glue today. Okay, so that's our background. And then I've cut a little piece of crumb cake. And this to me looks like sand color, so we're going to use it for our sand. Find my scissors. And all I'm going to do is just you're not even going to see most of this, is make a little sand dune for my tote bag to be sitting in. And we're going to use some crumb cake and do some tone-on-tone little sand texture. And we're not going to see much, so I'm just going to do a little bit. I like to switch it up, turn it around. Okay, one more right there, just in case. All right, that's all we're going to do except our sentiments. And we're going to glue this down to the bottom of our water here to make our beach. Okay, now I've cut one of the little tote bags, and I've used I want to say it's the Celebratory Sips designer paper. I love this paper because it's not just little drinks, but it has all kinds of fun little patterns. And you'll see that there's 2 score lines on the sides here. I'm not going to fold this one. I'm just folding that little tab on each side, the small tab. And then we have the bottom, and we're going to fold that up, and we are going to get rid of this one little tab on the bottom. We do not need that. And we're just folding that up, but before we adhere that down, I have die cut some little accent pieces for our bag out of Timid Tiger. So these 3 pieces right here all come in one die. So we have the bottom of our bag, not using too much glue. I don't want it to squeeze out. And that's going to go right there. And then we have our 2 strips that are going to go on this inside score line. Now, I probably should have glued this down first, but I'm just going to butt it up next to it and trim it off at the top because we don't need it that long. Okay, I'll let that dry for a second. And then this is the handle I picked. And it's just going to go right like that. So we're only putting glue on this bottom section right here. All right, and we'll get that centered between the 2 accent pieces. Okay, let's trim this off. I like to trim from the back. Okay, perfect. And now we're ready to put this down. So I'm going to just put glue just on those panels because this is a gift card holder. And we're going to adhere this down pretty low because I want my gift card to fit in and not go past the top of the card. Okay, we'll glue right there. So you see I've only put glue on the panels and not too much because I don't want them to squeeze out and then make my card, the inside of my tote bag stick to the card. Okay. All right, now we've die cut a few accent pieces for fun. We have some sunglasses, which actually cut out in one die. They cut the base of the sunglass and then lenses, but I used 2 different colors. So I have some sunglasses out of Fresh Freesia, and then I cut my little lenses out of Basic Black. We're going to just glue this on. This felt the easiest to me to do it that way. And then we have a scarf, a little tote bag scarf. And it's the same pattern as the, I'm going to pop that up is what I'm going to do. Hold on. It's the same pattern as the bag, but I'm using the reverse side. Let me cut just a little bit of dimensional. I'm down to my edges here. I just want a little piece right there. We'll put a piece right there. Okay. And I'm going to put this like it's tied around the handle of my bag, just like that. Then we have this fun little water bottle, and it cuts out the water bottle and this little hanger or straw or whatever you want to call it. But it's the same color, so I want to differentiate it just a little bit. So I'm just taking my black marker and coloring this just so it stands out a little bit more. And then I color the top of the water bottle black, so it's like a black lid. Okay. You can use blends, whatever you have. And then I like to, I really think this is like a hanger. So this, all right, come on, glue. This straight piece, I just put a little glue, and it's going to glue right on the bottom of the lid. And that will dry clear. And then it kind of has that little hanger right there. That's what I'm calling it. I don't know if that's really what it is or not, but that's what we're going to go with. Okay, so we're going to grab some dimensionals and pop this up as well. So I'm going to just kind of set this right here. Cute. And then let's let that fit on there. Yep. Use some dimensionals on our sunglasses, and we're going to have this hanging off of our tote bag, like right there. All right, and then we're going to do a sentiment, and this is out of this set, and it says, "A newsflash, you're fabulous." Because who doesn't want to get something saying that they're fabulous? I'm going to stamp this over to the right. And while we have our ink out, we're going to stamp the inside sentiment. I've got relax and enjoy. This would be great for a spa gift card as well. And then if you want, you could do happy birthday, or it depends on what you're using it for. Okay, we're going to, I think I'm going to flag this. And we'll pop that up. Just tearing off some of my edges here. I'll just use that whole piece. Pop this up right here. And we're going to grab a gift card. This one is, what is it? Look, I have approximately $1 left on this. That's why it went in here. It's for, what's the name of all these restaurants? Darden restaurants. So this is going to fit right inside perfectly. And then we've got some of these little dots. These are iridescent, what are they called? Holographic resin dots. They go with the celebratory sip suite, and they're just kind of fun little dots. Okay, we'll do one of each size, just to have some little bubbles in the water maybe. And that's it. Isn't that cute? So quick and easy to put together. It takes a couple minutes to do the die cutting, embossing. But, you know, if you want to make 4 or 5 of these, or I would say 4 or 8, I always do my cards in groups of 4. They go really quickly, very quickly. So I hope you enjoyed today's project. We have free shipping today. It started yesterday. It's the 10th, 11th, and 12th. It is the 10th, right? Today's the 11th. Hold on. I can't seem to get my date. I haven't looked at my calendar today. It is the 11th. So we have free shipping today and tomorrow. So that's a good deal. I always love free shipping. It saves you 11% or $7.95, whatever. I think the free shipping is on orders of $75 or more. But we have a lot of last chance products from our holiday catalog that are on sale. So there's lots to choose from to get to that $75 and save on some free shipping. So thanks everybody for stopping by. Let's see who we have on today. I've got to stand up so I can look. I'm not very high tech. Hi, Vicki. We just have Vicki on, but hi, Vicki. All right. Thanks for stopping by, and we will see you next time. All right. Bye-bye.